Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Danny Chess, and today we will discuss about the first person that lives on Earth. The first person to live on Earth. We'll discuss about what might the first person do during that time, right? And we can imagine if we are in that situation ourselves. So consider this. This is Earth, and not a lot of things happening in Earth, and then suddenly you show up as the first person. Um, what you're gonna do first, right? Well, the first person was probably very hungry, and they need some food, right? So he probably searched for food that is on land, like for instance, just beds of probably potato and stuff like that. Maybe he stumbled upon one of these, and then there's a lot of bushes, right? On top of that, he probably dug out these, and then he found a potato. Probably, I don't know. Who knows, right? And then maybe he replant these. I don't know. And then back then there's a lot of wood still, right? There's just a lot of wood, and it's probably quite scary since there's no building happening around that time also. So everything is just forest, right? There's nothing going on, and it's probably very scary, honestly, if you ask me. um Therefore the first person's also probably um you know were scared also, right? First they hungry, they're probably also thirsty, and then they need he need or she need he need probably the first person is probably man. I don't know, but yeah, let's just assume with that first. um and then uh you know because he was scared of the situation, he probably needs some kind of shelter, right? Some kind of shelter. But yeah, so what I'm going to do in that situation, well, I don't know for sure, but I can think about it, right? Consider I'm the first one, the first person to come out in a place, right? Probably what I want to do is to solve my hunger, and then thirst, also shelter for during the night, because um I realized that it's not always daytime, but also you know nighttime as well. So yeah, there's that. Therefore I will need lots of protection, right? And then uh you know probably I will see uh because of the water, right? The thirsty or the thirst, I probably will search for place that has water stream in it. Um, I will probably stay around this area over here or this side. I don't know. Um, and then I will also seek for food, right? Probably there's some fish over here. Who knows? And then animals, right? And then, but where to find animals? And then I realized that um there is a forest nearby, right? Um, because there's forest, there's probably lots of animals in it, right? So I can go hunting and just go into the forest and have myself some hunt. Because there might be lots of creatures, right? Maybe a deer or uh, wild animal, right? That I can eat basically, like maybe a boar, a deer, maybe some critters, small critters, birds also, because again this is forest, right? Chances are there's a lot of birds there also that I can pick for myself. for hunting, right? But how do I hunt? Well, I grab one of these sticks over here from the tree, from the twigs, and make myself some weapon basically. Maybe spears. Yeah, probably spear because it's the easiest one, right? It's just basically a staff of twigs, right? But yeah, that's of my food and water, right? Um, Also, what's next? The shelter. I can grab the branches of this tree and then the leaf also to make myself a simple hut. Probably that's also probably what the first person thinks to do. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, right? But then, since we're all here, right? In 2000 and 2022, there's a lot of people, right? Um, because of reproduction, right? Because we multiply basically. But where do people come from, right? I mean, there's me and my sibling, and then there's also my neighbor sibling and stuff like that. My neighbor, but they all have same with their parents, right? Um, and then their parents also probably has parents and stuff like that, right? And if we go up, we probably will find ourselves the family tree come from the first person, right? And maybe of course he cannot do that by himself, therefore there's the second person, right? Probably female or woman, right? And then they reproduce um to have lots of people, and then they crossbreed or inbreed to have more kids, right? And then they again crossbreed. There's a lot of them, um, and then this way multiply again like a lot of time, and then therefore we got ourselves community, right? But as the first person, I probably my first is probably to have sustainable food. Just we don't want ourselves to starve to death, right? Therefore, my job as first person is probably to make sure that I have a farm for food, and maybe grab some of the deer that I found in the forest, and then breed them basically, keep them as pet, put them in cage, and then just let them reproduce, right? And then we can eat their meat basically, and then their kids can carry on, right? um yeah, that's probably my job. And then shelter, that's also probably my job, to have civilization probably, where there's a lot of huts, right? Or tents or whatever, um surrounding fire probably, and just make ourselves safe, probably again near the water source, which was the river, right? And then from there, um yeah, then we can make civilization, right? By making better building, better house, and better farm and stuff like that. And then um but yeah, I guess that's what the first person thing. I mean, not really, probably not, because when I think about it that way, I already have the knowledge, right? I already have the the thoughts of the basic needs that I need, right? And then how to get them, right? But the problem with the first person, they probably don't know how to farm. They probably don't know how to raise, cattle, or just the animals that they need to reproduce, right? And they probably don't have that um, knowledge. Therefore, probably the first person also very sad, right? Because they can only live so long years, let's say 100 years, right? And he probably didn't get a lot in 100 years compared to our current civilization, from 1900 to 2000. There's already a lot of stuff happening, right? There's even World War II, apparently. That's kind of embarrassing, for me at least, um, because of power abuse and stuff like that, right? Because one tried to conquer the earth and stuff like that. But yeah, I won't get into that. At least not now. Maybe in the future, maybe not, but probably not because it's not. I'm not really interested in history like that, honestly. But yeah, so the first person was also probably very sad because knowing that um they didn't get to see a lot of things happening. um but also it's kind of quite wonderful since because the first person had the experience to see earth as in its natural or original state, without the interruption of human at the first place, right? It's probably very beautiful yet also very scary because again, imagine there's no building, there's only forest, probably grassland, and then the coastal area, and then mountains and stuff like that, right? Which was very scary at the same time also. And then there's lots of probably bears, um, like I don't know, wolves and stuff like that, right? But yeah, that's probably what the first person think. Um, I don't know what he thinks. I mean, he is the first person. He has all the control is in himself. And to be honest, if I'm the first person, I probably won't survive. Honestly, without the lack of knowledge, and then um, the feeling of concern that there's I need to protect myself, and most probably I cannot do that, and then just try to live every day with what I got in nature. I mean, in 2022, 2022, if I try to go out there and survive, I'll probably die within, I don't know, a month or so. And yeah, because there's just a lot of stuff that I'm not expert at, right? Especially in survival. As the first person, there's no help, there's no other person to help you only got yourself to help yourself. And yeah, that's probably very scary also. But yeah, I think the very first person to live on earth was probably hungry. And yeah, that's the title of this video, essentially. um Let me know what you think about what the first person did um in the earth. And just let me know down in the comments, what would you have done if you are the first person. Will you give up for humanity? Will you thrive to survive? That's your choice. Let me know down below. But yeah, I guess that will be it for today's discussion. It's a little bit short, but it's quite fun, imagining stuff like this because we never get the chance to experience it, right? Even the 10th person to live could not feel the same way as the first person live, right? Because the 10th person is probably the grandchildren of the first person already. So that's already I don't know, 50 years apart, right? They didn't get the chance to see the original Earth what looks like, and they only they already passed 50 years since then. Probably, I don't know, who knows, maybe let me know. So yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been quite a discussion. Probably the next will be the last person. This one's quite interesting. It will be very scary and also be very interesting at the same time. It's about the last person. But yeah, for that you will have to see tomorrow or maybe in the future. Who knows, right? Maybe I have something else to discuss in between. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. Eat healthy, drink healthy, take care of yourself, take care of your beloved ones, and have a good day. And goodbye.